usong-uso ngayon yung living in the now. Pero when we look back at it, sana hindi tayo dumating sa point ng buhay natin na niregret natin na parang I should have made that sacrifice a couple of years back.
Having children will call you to the most sacrificial, the most selfless, and the most exhausting journey of your life. But it is absolutely not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah.
Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses.
So may random na tumatawag sa akin sa Instagram.
Na babae.
Oo. Well, hindi tayo sure. Profile picture niya babae.
Oh. Tapos kapangalan pa ng isang ex mo.
Talaga ba?
Oo, gusto sabihin ko.
Hindi ko naman. Well, anyway, tumatawag siya. Di ba nagbi-video call? Ganyan.
Tapos, eto pa. Wait lang,
okay.
Side kwento.
Okay.
The reason why I found it so fishy was because it was on the day na off-screens kami. It was Good Friday. And no screens kami, no phones. We weren't touching our phones. So when I saw it, I was like, siguro kasi hindi ka niya makontakt. Kaya sa Instagram siya tumatawag.
Tapos, okay, so in all fairness with you, you did not overreact. And we talked, di ba, na nakita ko may tumatawag sa'yo, parang ganun lang, nonchalant. Walang binring up. Tapos sabi ko, actually nakita ko yun. Gusto kong i-bring up sa'yo yun kasi baka mag-alala ka. So anyway, sabi ko, ang lakas naman ng loob ko sa Instagram. Yung isang assistant natin naka-login yung account ko sa cellphone niya.
Hindi ko alam kung
gano'n ka confident or gano'n ka
kakalat no?
No, but we said na I don't know. Ever since that viral video that we put out, ang daming tumatawag. Check mo yung message request, diba? Ang dami yung mga nagbi-miss call. Hindi ko lang alam kung how that account find its way to my inbox.
But a wise man once said, hindi nga makapag-toothbrush, mambababae pa. When I saw that, Kong, I just want to say, it also gave me confidence because my husband also.
Oh, yes. Time is at its scarcity right now. And I have more than enough personalities
in one wife
to deal with.
Sabi ko kay Juancho, you deal with 12 different women by being married to me. And still you're gonna look for more?
I never know what I'm gonna get.
Yes,
so,
it's an adventure.
Adventure talaga siya. So, yun.
So, yung mga nagdi-DM at tumatawag sa asawa ko, please, may asawa na po siya at 2 anak. Maawa naman kayo sa...
Meron pa.
Ano ba? Unless bibigyan nyo siya ng pera or ex-deal.
Nag-guest ako nag-guest ako recently sa isang podcast. May isang tao, a young lady. Feeling ko super young. Around 18 to 22 siguro.
Yeah, she was part of the production team.
She was part of the production team and may something lang na kailangan gawin. So, she asked me straight to my face in front of other people, so in real life ba, do you have a girlfriend? Sabi ko, I have a wife and 2 kids. I do have a wife and 2 kids. I got 99
problems, but responsibilities.
I don't have a girlfriend. I have a wife though and 2 kids. But thank you for asking.
Yes.
So,
I don't know, maybe, would you guys say, papasa ba kami ng 20s pa? Hindi na.
Papasa pa, no?
Papasa pa.
Ang dami natin kasi ang daming nangyari for the past couple of weeks that I haven't been on your podcast. Kaya sobrang dami nating i-catch up recently. Holy Week, we've been going to the gym consistently for 1 month straight sa Anytime Fitness, Westboro. What else? Ang dami nangyari.
So many things have gone on. But today on the podcast, love, I wanted to talk about the specific question that was asked of us and sobrang related sa pinag-usapan natin ngayon sa intro because it's about having a family and being a young family at that. So what I realized, and I asked this on Threads recently, is that I don't find a lot of women my age or around my age who are also married and have kids. So it's a very rare occurrence. We have this question from Books and Hoshi. Sabi niya at Joyce Pring. What do you think about this po? Today, plants are the new pets. Pets are the new kids, and kids are like exotic animals. You need to be crazy or rich to have them.
It's kind of true, no? Hindi. Hindi. Rarity yung essence ng kung anong gusto niya sabihin.
Ito yung basically the DINKS of the world. Tama ba, di ba? So, uso ngayon, love. Alam mo ba yung DINK?
Siyempre, yun yung
Ano?
ano,
Sige.
ha?
Ano yung DINKS?
Siyempre, color yun, di ba?
Ang jologs naman ng joke mo, love. So, DINKS are double income, no kids.
Okay. I see.
So, yun yung mga umuuso ngayon sa TikTok na parang pinapakita nila na, look at the best life that we're living. Because we don't have kids, we have 2 sources of income and we can do whatever we want with our money and our time. When Juancho and I got married, we were both 26. And at 26, Juancho was like, I want to have a baby. Let's try for a baby. And initially, I was the person that said, I don't want a baby. I want to pursue my career until I'm 30. And then when I'm 30, we can start thinking about a baby. Take note, I'm 30 now and I have 2 children. And I want to ask you, and then I'll talk about my end kung bakit eventually we started to try for a baby. I want to ask you, why did you want to have a baby as early as 26? Because to be married at 26 for our generation and for our line of work is almost unheard of. But to want to start a family at 26 is even more bizarre, like an exotic animal, katulad nga ni Books and Hoshi. So why were you thinking about that?
So, backtrack muna tayo ng mabilis. I don't know if people know this already, but when I separated with my ex-girlfriend,
Sabi mo yung separated para kayo kasal.
when I broke up with my last girlfriend when I was 23 or 24, I told myself and I told my friends and I told everybody the next person that I would meet, I would marry na. So, yun at that young age already, gusto ko na talaga magkaroon ng family, gusto ko na magkaroon ng wife, and then we got married around 25, di ba? We met yung condensed version nun. And then I told you when we were 26 that I wanted to have a
We
kid
got married
already.
26.
26, and then later on that year, I told you that I wanted to have a kid already.
Immediately after the wedding.
Yeah. And syempre, I do understand na to each his own, but this is how I feel about it. I see how yung age ng dad ko at saka ako matters right now. Like, yung difference ng age gap namin. That's why I do understand na it's relatively young dahil sa normal wedding time or kung kailan ka magkakaanak ngayon.
Usually 30s na
30
mag-uumpisa
plus,
pa lang.
mag-uumpisa pa lang. Pero I wanted to have a kid right away because I wanted to be young when they're beginning their life as well. I want to play with them. Exponential din yan di ba? Kunyari, let's say, si Liam right now, to paint a clearer picture, is 27 when he got Liam, di ba? So, pag 18 ni Liam, sandali.
Huh? Hindi, 40 something. 44.
Okay, 44? Sorry,
Or something like that. Or 45. Basta 40,
Sorry,
mid-40.
College of Business of De La Salle. I
Sure
have
ka
failed
ba?
you guys.
Sure ka ba?
At this point, I'm not really in a math mode, di ba? So, 44.
Let's say around-ish.
Around 44. Around 44.
Okay.
44 pa lang ako 18 na yung anak ko. If we started ng late 30s tayo, I'd be going on 50 na.
Yeah.
And paano pa pag yung age na ikakasal na siya?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say 24, 25. Mid 50s na ako. Kailan sila magkakaanak? +2, +3.
Yeah.
So pushing 60 na ako nung kapag magkakaanak siya.
Yeah,
So
it was
that's
more of the age thing.
Yeah, it
you,
was
right?
more on the age thing talaga.
For me naman, when Juancho wanted to start a family already, I was 26 and I felt like I was at the top of my career. You know, I had so many things going on for me. I was still on TV. I was doing all of these other international things, and then I was hosting a lot of events. I had a lot of endorsements. So parang ako, no, absolutely not. I'm not gonna get pregnant and raise a child at the height of my career. And then I had to pray about it. And then it was months and months and months of prayer. And you know what God revealed in my heart? It was this understanding, or it was this assumption that the best thing that I could ever offer the world is my talent, my time, and my treasures through my work. That was it. In my head, that was the best thing that I could offer. But instead, God was calling me to an even higher purpose of motherhood, where I understood na hindi pala nag-e-end sa career yung mako-contribute mo sa mundo. And sometimes, actually, I will say a blanket statement na mas importante yung isang buhay that you can be a vessel to bring into the world, that you can help mold, love, care for, nurture, guide, and teach. That's even more important than whatever amount of money, fame, or success that you could get in a career. But I say that kasi yun yung turning point ng heart ko, love eh. Na ngayon, parang ako na yung nangungulit kay Juancho. Gusto ko na mag-baby number 3. Give me another baby, you know? And andun na kami sa transition na I'm staying home more. Obviously, we've seen how our careers have changed over the past 3 years. My career definitely changed since I started to focus more on my family and on my children. But God has shown me that this is the most beautiful, most fulfilling, it doesn't even compare. Like, yung highlight ng career ko, let's say, nakapagtanong ako, highlight, siguro, off the top of my head, one of my highlights would be that I was sent to Singapore for the Asian press con of Captain Marvel in 2018, and I was picked to ask Robert Downey Jr. a question. I did all of these other, I did one-on-one interview with Brie Larson, with Samuel L. Jackson. Siguro, off the top of my head, that's one of the best things that I've ever done. I would never trade my being a mom to be there again. Like, to be in the room with RDJ or to be in that level of my career again, I would not trade anything. Like, I would not trade anything in exchange for my children or my family right now.
Yeah.
So that was a heart change that really happened. But I say that with a caveat na I do understand why some people don't want to have kids. And I do understand why some women are, careful about pursuing to have children in their marriage. Kasi nga, it's very, very difficult. Like, let's be honest, diba? Having children will call you to the most sacrificial, the most selfless, and perhaps the most exhausting journey of your life. It is the best thing ever. We love it so much. It's the biggest blessing of our lives. But it is absolutely, absolutely not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah.
Kasi mahirap siya. Mahirap talaga siya. So, good on you, diba, that you're really seriously thinking about it. But if your only fear is that, oh, it's gonna be hard financially, whatever, 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 you have to figure out, like, some semblance of stability in your marriage first. And then, maybe pray about and think about having a legacy beyond your own.
Yeah.
Because I think having children, having a family is really that, right? It's laying your life down for these new human beings. Because, di ba, yun ang cycle of life eh. Tatanda tayo, mamamatay tayo. But we pass on the legacy of loving, of caring, of excellence from our lives to our children so
Yeah.
that they can also pass it on to the next generation.
Yeah. Ngayon, ibang downy na yung nakakaharap natin araw-araw.
Papa naman eh. Labada, gano'n. Araw-araw, labada. Padami ng padami. Every week, papadabada.
Oo, ibang downy na.
Every 2 days, kailangan maglaba. Sa daming beses, magtatapon ng pagkain ng mga bata sa damit. Ba't pa kayo nagti-t-shirt?
Yeah, but that's true. I also forgot one little thing that made me decide to want to have children already. During the time that we talked, it was early on the pandemic. And I was thinking, okay na naman kasi hindi naman tayo lumalabas. I don't think we're gonna go out anytime soon. So,
So, let's just make baby.
let's just make a baby. Hindi, parang sa akin, it was a perfect time. It was perfect. It was perfect
Hindi ko kinakaya
na...
yung mga revelations mo. Wala naman tayong magawa. Nasa quarantine tayo. So, go on, baby.
Go on, or at least, di ba? Practice. Yun yung mga tumatakbo sa isip ko noon.
Mali.
Seryoso dapat tong topic na to ah.
Mamamatay na si Joy at saka si Kiara sa gilid. Kakatawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what would be your advice for people who do want to have children but are on the fence about it because nga of, I guess, the practical things that scare them about having kids, like it's gonna change my body, it's gonna change my lifestyle, it's gonna cost me financially. Who can afford children in this economy? Yan ang linya ng mga TikTokers palagi. What would be your advice for them as somebody who was more ready than I was at a young age?
here's what I would do. Make a pros and cons list. Totoo yan. Make a pros and cons list. Make an Excel sheet. Consult with people on ano ba talaga yung mga ginagastos para sa bata. What would that number look like in your head? Para ma-figure out mo, okay, so kung having a child means that we need to have, say, 10 to 15,000 pesos more right now, plus our income right now.
Per month.
Per month, per month. How will that work? Is that possible? May mga pwede ba tayong ibawas as of the moment that we're going to try? Ano yung magiging itsura kapag kailangan mo mag-ipon when you have to save up for the delivery, the hospital bills, etc. So clear it out so that you can decide better. Because if you don't know the number and we're all just assuming that it's going to be hard and
It's gonna be expensive.
Diba,
Huwag ka maniwala sa mga TikTokers lang. Do your
Oo.
own research.
do your own research, 'di ba? At saka yun nga, yung pros and cons list include everything, include even your age and the statistics of later pregnancies.
Yeah, pero yung pro, di ba? Bringing a new life, Con. Hindi na ako makakapag-Starbucks everyday. Malayo naman
Oo.
ata yun.
Pero may mga ano pa rin naman talaga, 'di ba, mga career-oriented people, and that's not to take away anything from you guys, pero that's what I would suggest na think about all the aspects right now because we are usong-uso ngayon yung living in the now. Pero when we look back at it, sana hindi tayo dumating sa point ng buhay natin na niregret natin na parang I should have made that sacrifice a couple of years back. Para at this point medyo mas adjusted na, settled na, whatever it is, di ba?
Yeah. Thanks for that, love. But I also believe na kung gusto may paraan, kung ayaw, laging may dahilan. Kung gusto nyo talaga magka-baby, kahit gano'ng kahirap yan, makakasurvive talaga kayo. As in, kailangan nyo lang, obviously, I'm talking from a standpoint of, hindi naman kayo hirap na hirap sa buhay, di ba? Parang makakapag-balance naman kayo. Like, kung sakto lang yung kinikita nyo, I assure you, if you are stable, if you are a smart worker, and if you are continuous down that path of just working and working smart, working hard even, kaya talaga. Kaya talaga siya. Kami, obviously, meron mga lifestyle adjustments that we had to make. We have been making because it's more of Juancho that's working. It's more of, now we have 2 kids to think about, plan for, and financially save up for. But it's kaya talaga. Kaya talaga siya kung pag-iisipan nyo. Pangalawa, I want to say this, address this to all the women out there who, have been lied to, honestly, have been lied to by society that the most important thing that you can ever amount to is the career that you put out there. Let me tell you, as somebody who was very successful at her career, that there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that has given me more life than my family and my children. It does not compare. It really does not compare. So if you have a desire to have children, to have a family, wag mong i-push down yan kasi sasabihin mo, hindi, meron pa akong career, meron pa akong kailangan gawin ganito. I've met so many incredible women who got out of med school, got married, got pregnant immediately, and then started doing their residency, their whatever, nag-medical school sila, nag-law school sila, whatever, while they're raising their family. If women have done it before, what is stopping us from doing it right now? Children are not a hindrance to our dreams. If anything, they will fuel you to drive better, to be more proactive about your dreams, but to have new dreams. Like, I didn't know that a new dream could be as simple as, I want to learn to cook better. I want to be able to travel with small children. I want to build a beautiful home for my family. I thought the dream was only like, I need to make lots of money so I can go on business trips abroad. Like, okay, maganda nga yun. Pero iba yung merong nagfa-fuel na purpose sa buhay mo. And I think we live now in a society that looks at children as burdens, but they're not. Children are not burdens. It will require a lot of work, yes. It will require a lot of sacrifice, selflessness, sleepless nights, lifestyle changes. But it is absolutely the most beautiful journey that you could be on. Not only as a mom, but also as husband and wife. Kasi meron kayong, I don't know, love, would you agree, na parang meron kayong different kind of love that you develop between the two of you once you have children. Kasi iba na siya eh. As in parang, wow, imagine, we brought this soul together on earth. It's a little bit of you and a little bit of me, but it's an entirely new human being. And God appointed us as the parents of this amazing, beautiful child. That gives you a different perspective and a different taste of a different kind of love. And I was telling this to Juancho when we just had Eliam. I said, even from a Christian perspective, na I never fully understood or personally understood the love of God for us as much as I have now that I have my own child. Kasi ganito pala yung love na yun. Ibang-iba siya. And I say that to encourage those of you who are disheartened from having children because people around you are saying it's too hard, it's too expensive, you must be crazy or just rich to be having children. But no, if you have a desire for it and if you have the means to work hard for it, then go on and do it. Kasi kaya talaga siya. And it's so worth it. Worth all the sacrifice. There. I think that pretty much sums up our thoughts on that. But again, we say this with a caveat na if you don't want to have kids because you're selfish, maybe that's a good thing that you don't have children. Kasi, hindi nga, totoo. Maybe you're just not, it's not just something that is for you. It's not for everybody. But if it's there, if you get pregnant, if you have a family, my goodness, it will work out. It really will work out. You just have to trust. You have to pray, you have to trust, but it will work out.
Yeah. And siguro for the men naman, kausap na yung isang friend natin no other day, and basically, tinatanong natin siya kung bakit hindi siya nagpo-propose just yet, and then he was saying about, tapos, was it you or a friend of yours that said, baka yan pa lang yung binibigay sa'yo ni God kasi ikaw pa lang naman yung nangangailangan. And syempre, it's very different when God ordains your marriage, when God ordains you having children with your wife, and it works out. It worked out for me kasi ako, sabihin ko sa inyo, confidence lang ang baon ko noon. Talagang confidence. Ito yung, nung when we got married, at hindi ako nagbibiro. Confidence, kotse, at PlayStation 4 lang yung baon ko. Lumipat ako sa apartment ni Joyce noon. Umalis ako sa apartment ng parents ko.
Don't worry guys, 5 years later, ako na yung nagpapabuhay sa kanya. Please, buhayin mo na ako. Dalawa na yung anak natin. Ayoko na
wala, syempre kasi yung it's the pressure is beautiful even if it's sometimes very big, pero
pressure makes diamonds.
It will bring out the best in you. I've come to a point na I have no time for for
DM calls on Instagram.
Nonsense. I'm very serious with my work, and syempre dire-diretso yun eh. Even how I approach my work right now, and the tapang, the braveness of doing things outside my comfort zone is here now because I have kids. I have a family that looks to me for that, and nakaka-encourage yun. Hindi ko sinasabi na encourage ako sa sarili ko.
Wow, na-inspire ko sa mga sinabi mo. Good to know.
Hindi, pero yun, parang I saw a lot of that in my dad also, on how tenaciously he worked to give us the life that we had. So,
and 5 kids. Tibay nila, magkakasunod pa. 1 year lang yung agwat. So,
yun lang thoughts ko. Okay, mawawala ng gana. Tinan niyo ako.
Ano? Parang walang kagana-gana yung sinabi mo.
Confidence lang. Sobrang sabaw ko ngayong araw. Bakit kaya ganun?
Napansin mo ba?
Ano kaya nangyari?
Sure.
Long time no siguro yun nga nasa vacation mode ba yung utak
Yeah, so there, hopefully that gives you a lot of perspective from that question from Books and Hoshi. Yeah, that's it. To our children who for now are just Eliam and Aggie, we love you guys. Thank you for giving us purpose and the most beautiful life we never imagined we could have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ang daming catch-up na hindi natin syempre yung bagong hair ko, yung bagong bigote ko.
See you on the next episode of the podcast.
It's for a new role.
Ano ba yun, love? Ang labo naman ng mga pinagsasabi mo. That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!